الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام عليك يا صفوة الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم ولو أنهم إذ ظلموا أنفسهم جاءوك فاستغفروا الله واستغفر لهم الرسول لوجدوا الله توابا رحيما صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم وقد صدقت أنت يا سيدي يا سيدي يا سيدي يا سيدي يا مكي يا مدني يا عربي يا قرشي يا هاشمي ويا سيدنا يا سيدنا يا سيدنا يا حبيبنا يا طبيبنا يا حبيب المصطفى المجتبى صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم. हाजियों आओ शहंशाह का रोज़ा देखो, हाजियों आओ शहंशाह का रोज़ा देखो, काबा तो देख चुके आओ काबे का काबा देखो. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah says in the Quran, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ, that we have not sent you except as a rahmah, as a mercy for the whole entire universe. Not only for mankind, the word alameen is used. And we all read in Surah Al-Fatiha, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. The all praises are due to Allah, the Lord of all the worlds. And Allah says, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. In other words, whatever Allah is Rabb of, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is Rahmah of. So if Allah is the Rabb of the stars, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the Rahmah for the stars. If Allah is the Rabb of Muslims, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the Rahmah for Muslims. If Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the Rabb of non-Muslims, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the Rahmah for non-Muslims. If Allah is the Rabb of the animals, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the rahmah for the animals. If Allah is the Rabb of the trees and the plants and nature, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the rahmah even for them. If Allah is the Rabb for the angels, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the rahmah for the angels. Meaning whatever Allah is Rabb of, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the rahmah of. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. Remember, as believers, we believe in the qudra of Allah, the power of Allah, and we also believe in the nizam of Allah. So we do not accept one and reject the other. Meaning, Allah has the qudra to grant us a child without getting married. Allah has the qudra of granting us a child without us getting married, without having intimate relation with your wife. For example, Isa alayhi salam was created without a father. Sayyidah Maryam alayhi salam, she had no intimate relation with any man. But Allah granted him a child, grant her a child without mediation of a father. So this is the qudra of Allah. But if me and you were to say that I'm just going to make dua to Allah and Allah will grant me a child and I don't need to get married, I don't need to have intimate relation with my wife, what will the person say? We will say, no doubt we believe in the qudra of Allah, but Allah also has a nizam. Allah has a nizam. That Allah said that if you don't get married, you won't have children. If you don't have intimate relation with your wife, you won't have children. So one is the qudra of Allah and one is the nizam of Allah. We accept both of them. In another way, Allah is Ar-Razaq. Allah is the one that gives us rizq. Then why do we go to the food dukan? Why do we go to the pizza shop? The halal supermarkets? Why don't we sit at home and say, Ya Allah, you give me rizq? When You know the example in the Quran in Surah Al-Ma'idah that Allah declared the Eid for awwalina wa akhirina when the heavenly Ma'idah, the heavenly food came from the heaven. So this is the Qudra of Allah. It can happen. Allah can send food to you without going to the shop, without asking the shop, without going to the supermarket. But what is the nizam of Allah? That if you don't go to the supermarket, you're not going to get any food. Right? So people, they make this comment, oh, go to Allah. Yes, we ask Allah first, but we also use the nizam. Because remember, this world is alamul asbab. Allah is the creator, the source of everything. Allah has created asbab. Right? For example, there's this famous anecdote of a man who was drowning. He was drowning and there was a flood going all the way up. And he climbed on the top of his house, the flood was going all the way up. Right? And he was asking Allah, Ya Allah help me, Ya Allah help me. Right? And then, a helicopter came, a rescue team came, the ladder from the helicopter came, the rope came down. Many people tried to help him, the helicopter came and everything. But he said, I'm not going to seek help from them. I want to ask help Allah from Allah alone. Now he died. Now when he died, he said, oh Allah, right? Why didn't you help me? I called upon you. I believed in your qudra. Didn't you say in the Quran that call upon me and I shall answer you? Allah will tell him, yes, I said in the Quran, call upon me and I shall help you, but I also said, seek the means. Seek the means tomorrow. I did help you. I sent you a helicopter. I sent you a rope. I sent you the ladder. I sent you a full rescue team. You didn't accept it. So yes, no doubt we believe in the qudra of Allah. We also believe in His nizam. Right? This is what Allah says in the Quran. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu. Amanu attaqullah wabtaghu ilayhi al-wasila. Oh, you believe. Fear Allah. Have taqwa in Allah. Wabtaghu ilayhi al-wasila. And establish a wasila towards me. A means towards me. Right? So this was Ar-Razaq, even when it comes to help, even when it comes to shifa. Who shifa dene wala kaun hai? Allah hai. Allah is the shafi. But again, when somebody, has a disease, has an illness, and then he goes to the doctor, do we stop him and say, brother, why are you going to the doctor? Isn't Allah the shafi? Ask Allah alone. Allah says in the Quran that He will cure you. Why are you going to the doctor? We're going to say, وَابْتَغُوا إِلَيْهِ الْوَسِيلَةِ. Right? One is the qudra of Allah. Yes, Allah can cure you without the doctor. But the nizam of Allah is that He won't cure you until you go to a doctor. Why? This is His nizam. And then Allah says in the Quran, وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. Seek my help only. Seek my help only. People say, why do you seek help from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Why do you go to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and ask for his help? Didn't Allah say in the Quran that seek help from me alone? But then they forget the other verses of the Quran, where Allah says, where Isa alayhi salam said, Man ansari ilallah. Isa alayhi salam said to the people, who will be my helpers? If you say that you can only seek help of Allah alone, and the meaning of Iyyaka nasta'in is unrestricted, then this will create a contradiction in Quran. Because Isa alayhi salam is saying, Man ansari ilallah. There's another verse of the Quran, فَاسْتَغَاثُهُ الَّذِي مِنْ شِيَّتِهِ. There's another verse of the Quran, فَعَيِّنُونِي بِقُوَّةٍ. There's another verse of the Quran, تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى. Allah said, help each other. That means we can help one another. If Allah was the only helper, then why is Allah saying you can also help one another? Ta'awanu. It's that word awn, it's the same word, isti'ana. In Sunan al-Nisa'i, when the Prophet ﷺ prayed Salatul Dhuhr, and after Salatul Dhuhr, he said to his companions, stand up and say, Inna nasta'inu bi Rasulillah. If this hadith is not sahih, if you want to challenge this hadith, come and speak to me and we will go to the rijal of this narrator. This hadith is a sahih narration. The Prophet ﷺ told the companions, stand up and say, verily we seek help from Rasulullah. Inna nasta'inu bi Rasulullah. Didn't the Sahaba then say, Ya Rasulullah? We just read in Surah Al-Fatiha in the namaz, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. That only you we worship and only you we seek help. And why are we seeking help from you now? What is the answer? One is the qudra of Allah. Allah can help you directly, but His nizam is that you can go to Rasulullah and seek His help. Meaning the help of Rasulullah is the help of Allah. Now don't people say, what I just said now? How can I say the heart of Rasulullah is the heart of Allah? Isn't the ita'ah of Rasulullah, the obedience of Rasulullah, the obedience of Allah? Man ata'a Rasul, faqat ata'a Allah. The one who has obeyed the Rasul has indeed obeyed Allah. Isn't the bay'ah of Rasulullah the bay'ah of Allah? In fact, Allah says when Rasulullah sallallahu threw the stones, وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ رَمَى. But it was Allah, you didn't throw it, Allah threw it. Meaning the af'al of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam are a manifestation of the af'al of Allah. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam helps you, it is the wasila. We don't believe that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam helps us without the permission of Allah. He helps us bi-iznillah. In other words, He makes dua for us. And this is how in the lifetime of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because remember, we don't accept one ayah, wa iyyaka nasta'in, right? We don't accept the ayah where we accept the ayah that Allah says, ask me and I shall give to you. Ask for my forgiveness. But Allah also says, وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ إِذْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ جَاءُوكَ. That when you have done dhulm upon yourself, جَاءُوكَ, go to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Go to, now, is somebody going to say, but Ya Allah, why can't we go to you directly? Why are you telling us to go to Rasulullah? Again, what is the answer? The one is the qudra of Allah. Allah can forgive you by going to Him directly. He can, this is His qudra. But His nizam is, وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ إِذْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ جَاءُوكَ. And then ask Allah for forgiveness. وَاسْتَغْفَرَ لَهُمَ الرَّسُولُ. And then the Rasul will ask forgiveness for you. لَوَجَدُ اللَّهَ تَوَّابًا رَحِيمًا. Then most definitely Allah will forgive you. Look, Allah says in Surah Al-Nasr, فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ وَاسْتَغْفِرْ. فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ وَاسْتَغْفِرْ إِنَّهُ كَانَ تَوَّابًا. That do the tasbih of Allah, do the hamd of Allah, and ask for His forgiveness. Here the asking of forgiveness is direct. But then look what Allah says, إِنَّهُ كَانَ تَوَّابًا. That verily I am the one who forgives and the one who is most merciful. Allah just mentioned His sifat. Meaning, if you ask Allah for forgiveness, Allah just mentioned, Allah says, I am the forgiving one. Meaning, He could choose to forgive you, He could choose not to forgive you. But then when you go to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, what does He say? When you go to Rasulullah, ja'uka, and then seek His intercession, and He will seek forgiveness for you, لَوَجِدُ اللَّهَ تَوَّابًا رَحِيمًا. Then most definitely He will forgive you. This is the difference. Why? Because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is Habibullah. He is close to Allah. The du'as of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam are more powerful. Right? Our du'as, they may be accepted, they may not be accepted. Because Rasulullah is the Habib of Allah, He will most definitely answer His du'as. This is why we go to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Why? Allah can forgive us directly, but His nizam is that we go to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. This is why we say, Haji o aao, Shenshah ka roza dekho. Kaaba to dekh chuke aao, Kaabe ka Kaaba dekho. Right? And from in the whole entire life of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, some people think that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam just came, al-ayazu billah, astaghfirullah al-azim. People have said this like a postman. Like a postman just comes to deal with the message and is gone. Meaning, they say what's important is the message. The messenger is not important. We say, no, our deen is all about the messenger. Without Rasulullah, you will not have had the Quran. Without Rasulullah, you will not have the deen. Without Rasulullah, you will not have your shahada, your salah, your saum, your hajj, zakat. The whole deen is about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This we say, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. We don't say Muhammad was the messenger. We don't say Muhammad was the messenger. He is the messenger. Muhammad and Rasul is mawsoof sifa. Muhammad is the mawsoof. Rasul is the sifa. जब तक सिफत रहेगी उस वक्त तक मौसूफ रहेगा. Until the attribute, if we believe the Rasul is the Rasul, if the attribute exists, then Muhammad must also exist. The one who has the attribute must also exist, must also be alive. Right? And this is why in the whole entire life we don't believe the Prophet ﷺ just like a postman, he gave the message, and that's it, we don't have no connection with the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Our connection with the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam is that he's the rahmah. Allah has sent him as the rahmah. Allah has sent him as the intercessor. This is why in the whole entire lifetime of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to make dua for his ummah all the time. When he was born, what did they say? The Rasulullah went into sajda. And what did he say? Rabbi habli ummati. Rabbi habli ummati. Oh Allah, forgive my ummah, forgive my ummah. From the very day he was born, he said, forgive my ummah. And in his salah, Rasulullah sallallahu used to ask forgiveness for his ummah. After the salah, Rasulullah used to ask forgiveness for his ummah. And once Rasulullah was crying so much for his ummah that the angel Jibreel came down and said, Ya Rasulullah, why are you crying? He said, my ummah, my ummah, my ummah. And then Allah told the angel that tells the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam that I shall forgive your entire ummah. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, I will not be radi, I will not be happy, satisfied until every single one of my ummah will come out of Jahannam and into Jannah. And then Allah revealed the verse of the Quran, وَلَا سَوْفَ يُؤْتِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. The Allah says, the O Messenger, I shall give you so much, I shall give you so much until you are razi. Khuda ki raza chahte ho do alam, Khuda chahta hai raza-e Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And Allah declared that I shall forgive your whole entire ummah. And this is in the life, so from the birth, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is asking forgiveness. In his whole lifetime, the Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is asking forgiveness for his ummah. And then some people say, but now Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam has passed away. Now Rasulullah has passed away. Now you can't go to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and ask dua for him. Ask us to make dua on our behalf. We say that the ayah of the Quran, وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ إِذْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ جَاءُوكَ, that when you have wronged yourself, go to the Messenger. This is a mutlaq ayah. This is unrestricted. The Quranic ayah is till the day of judgment. Nobody can restrict this ayah. If Allah did not restrict this ayah to the lifetime of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, then who are you to restrict it? If Allah didn't say in the Quran that go to the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam only in his lifetime, did Allah say that? But Allah says, وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ إِذْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ جَاءُوكَ. This ayah is for us as well. So even today, if you have wronged yourself, Allah says, go to the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam and seek his intercession. And then most definitely, لَوَجَدُ اللَّهَ تَوَّابٌ رَحِيمًا. That Allah will be the most forgiving. And we have examples. Ibn Kathir, the student of Ibn Taymiyyah in Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya, he mentioned the narration of Utbi. Utbi, he came to the grave of Rasulullah sallallahu. Ibn Kathir is narrating this. He does not say it is da'if. He does not say it is mawdu, it is fabricated. He does not say that this is shirk, this is a bid'ah. He narrates that Utbi went to the grave of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and he got the dust of the grave of Rasulullah sallallahu and put it over his head. And he addressed the messenger, he said, Ya Rasulullah, I have heard the ayah of the Quran, وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ إِذْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ جَاءُوكَ. And I have come to you to seek your intercession. Ya Rasulullah, I seek your intercession for the forgiveness of my sins. And then, when he said this, he read a poem. And this poem, do you know this poem is still written by the grave of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam today? Right? The Saudis have destroyed many relics, but this they have not destroyed. This dua, this poem that Utbi read is still in Madinatul Munawwara today. It is still in Masjid al-Nabawi today. So that means, according to Ibn Kathir, the great scholar of the tafsir, that every maktaba-e-fikr, they all accept Ibn Kathir. They all accept his tafsir. When he does tafsir of this ayah, he says that Utbi, after Rasulullah passed away, went to the grave of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he was told by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam in a dream that verily you have been forgiven. And one time, this time of Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu anhu, this is narrated by Malik ad-Dar, Bilal ibn Harith al-Muzani, he went to the grave of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and said, Ya Rasulullah, there is a drought. Istasqi li ummatik. Make dua for your ummah. And then Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu anhu had a dream. And the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam told him that don't worry. Then the Prophet sallallahu from his grave made dua. And it immediately started to rain. Right? So we have example of the Sahaba. Ibn Kathir also narrates this as well. And Imam Tabari, who is one of the oldest tafsir, he also narrates this. That in the battle of Yamama during the Khilafah of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala an, when they were fighting against that false prophet Musaylim al-Kazab, Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, he said that those people, this Musaylama al-Kazab, वो भी दाढ़ी रखते हैं, वो भी नमाजें पढ़ते हैं, वो भी हज करते हैं, वो भी ला ilaha illallah, but they also say la ilaha illallah, they also say takbir Allahu Akbar. So Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, he faced the companion and said, how we are going to recognize who's our enemy and who's our friend in the battle? They also have beard, they also look like Muslims, they also say Allahu Akbar, they also say la ilaha illallah. So Abu Bakr as-Siddiq said, how will we recognize one another? And they gave a slogan, a nara. What was that nara? That nara was Ya Muhammada Ya Rasulullah, the O Messenger of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is in the battle of Yamama after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away. Their nara, their slogan was calling upon Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If an enemy came, they used to say Ya Muhammada Ya Rasulullah. If he did not say Ya Muhammada Ya Rasulullah, they would chop his head off. They used to kill him. Right, so what was the distinction between Haqq and Batil? Haqq and Batil ka farq kya tha? Nara Ya Rasulullah, Ya Muhammad Ya Rasulullah. And no Sahabi said, oh Abu Bakr, this is going to be shirk. Shirk ho jayega. Shirk ho jayega. No, why? Because they all believe that when we say Ya Muhammadah, what does this mean? It means, oh Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, make dua for us. We don't believe that, or this is a lie that some people say, that we believe Rasulullah helps us without the permission of Allah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam helps us bi-iznillah. He will help us when he was in his lifetime. He helped us in his grave. And on the day of judgment, what will happen? On the day of judgment, everyone will go to Adam alayhi salam. Adam alayhi salam will say, Izhabu ila ghayri. Go to somebody else. Everybody will go to Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam will say Izhabu ila ghayri. They will go to Nuh alayhi salam. He will say, go to someone else. You know, Idris alayhi salam, every single prophet, Ibrahim alayhi salam even, will say, go to someone else. And then they will come to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and ask for his help, and he will say, Ana laha maita mawjuda. I am here, I am here. This is why they say, you know, Dunda hi kare sadre, Qayamat ki sapahi. Dunda hi kare sadre, Qayamat ki sapahi. वो किसको मिले जो तेरे दामन में छुपा हो, वो किसको मिले जो तेरे दामन में छुपा हो. May Allah give us the ability to truly understand this deen with understanding. To remember, we believe in both the Qudra of Allah and His Nizam. We believe in the ayat that Allah can help us, Allah can forgive us directly. But also His Nizam is that until you go to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, only then you can guarantee your forgiveness. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.